All right, welcome back. We are on now. Our guest today is Tafiranyika Richard Takavadini Manyenga. The guy is a sculptor, reggae, and chimrenga musician. I think you're well known for mainly for your sculptures, right?
That's right.
And I think I've seen one that's very tall, around maybe 3 meters, I'd say. Of
Yes, that's correct.
all right, where is that sculpture located?
My sculptures are now located in many places all over the world. Yeah, but here in the town of Klerksdorp, in the northwest province of South Africa, I am very popular here. They have got my sculptures around the streets that run through the town.
Good stuff. So you're based in a Klerksdorp.
Yes, in South Africa, in the northwest province.
All right. So good. Your story is you went to South Africa as a musician, right? To further your
Yes,
music.
yes, that is correct.
So how
It
did
was the back. Okay, you can go on.
how did you end up getting involved, in the sculptures and other stuff?
Actually, when I was still in secondary school, I discovered that I had a passion for drawing, and I would draw all the popular musicians of that time, especially from Jamaica, the Bob Marleys, the Shabba Ranks, and then people would use them on their school books as covers. I would
Really?
do that for free. Yes, yes. So it really encouraged me because of the popularity I gained from school. So I knew that art had something to do with me, and I had something to do with it.
That's good stuff. So how did you choose, like, of all, like, there's a lot of art there to be done, like, people use stones and other stuff. Like, how did you choose the metal side of art?
I started actually experimenting with paper. So paper didn't last long. It when it got wet or drenched in rain, it would destroy the piece. So I always thought that I needed something that would last longer, something durable. So when I moved from the rural areas of Zimbabwe to the capital city, I realized that there were people who were already making metal art, but they didn't impress me. And I had my own original ideas. So I didn't have a welding machine there in Zimbabwe. That's when I decided that when I go to South Africa to look for greener pastures, the first thing I'm going to buy is a welding machine and a full kit for my band because I had a band. I had a group of friends that I had formed a band with, and we were practicing, but we realized that we were shorting instruments. That was what was short.
All right. So,
So as the band leader, I had to do something about it, and decided that no, I will use my own means. I will go and draw and try to sculpt in South Africa while I raise money for instruments.
oh, that,
Something that I still have to do
you,
even now. Yes.
that's great leadership for a band leader. So the group that you were singing with back home, you brought them with you to South Africa.
Yes, they came to South Africa. So now, because I am always busy with metal art sculptures, we wait whenever I have a show or somewhere to play. We group together and then we can play.
Oh, that that that,
They
that
are here in South Africa.
that's a very good story. So, you chose metal arts. Did you have like a background in welding, or did you just start learning welding because you had this idea of doing metal arts?
I only started to pick a welding machine. I didn't have any sort of experience on welding, even up to now. I still don't consider myself as a welder, even though I create metal art sculptures using welding.
Man, let me tell
I
you
am
something.
so self-taught in everything. Yes.
Let me tell you something. You do better welding than people who went to school for that. I'm telling you, I've worked with welders myself, and I've seen people do their stuff. I'm not saying they didn't do good stuff, but what you do is just a cut above what I've seen before. And just to ask, like, where do you get like the inspiration from the stuff that you do? What inspires you?
Defense, the people who support me, I don't want to let them down. That is the greatest inspiration. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let anyone down who has been supporting me. A lot of people now believe in my ability. So that is what pushes me. I don't want to let them down. I want to prove to them that no, what you are seeing is only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm
My
actually
creativity is so deep.
I'm actually one of those people who believe in your capabilities because like I've been following you for some time now, ever since I first saw your pieces, rather, I think I've gone dug way back, to I don't know how many years ago, and I've been looking at some of the stuff that you're doing, and this is what made me think, you know what, we need to talk about this to understand exactly where
Oh,
this whole thing is coming from. So
thank you.
how do you balance your music, family, and your metal arts?
That is the struggle. It's a real struggle. I don't want to lie to you. You can't be a full time musician and a full time sculptor and a full time dad and a full time everything.
True
So
story. Yeah.
much of the things I become a very poor dad, a very bad dad, because I'm not always there for the children. I'm always in the workshop.
True
So they
story. Yeah.
miss me a lot of time. I'm always working on commissioned pieces. The clients will be needing me to complete. And it's a one man thing. Art is not shared, even if I can have 10 people to assist me, but the real creative process lies within me.
That's very
Nobody
true.
knows what to do. Yes, yes. So it's very difficult to balance it. It's
Oh,
very difficult. Like now, I feel that I'm not too fully committed to music, and
so
I love it. It's not like I don't love it. Yes.
of the team that you work with, how many people do you have who support the art side of your business?
Right now, I currently have 3 people only, but there used to be a big number. I had to trim them after
Oh, I see. Yeah,
COVID-19. Yes.
I see. Yeah.
So now it's 3 other guys who work with me as my assistants in metal art.
Okay. So your demand, how is the demand of your work like? Do people like say uh, call you and ask you to make pieces, or do you just make pieces and display them for buyers? How do you do it, and how is the demand when you look at it?
When I started designing things that I felt people would fall in love with and buy. And then it came to a point where every design that I was designing was a hit. So now I just go to the main sellers, things that I know that Australians love kangaroos, they love koalas and their animals. When I look at Australia, I think, oh, these people, what can I make for them? Here in Africa, we love our giraffes, our rhinos, our zebras, and our elephants. When I make those, I know that the African guys, but art is universal.
True story. Yeah.
I, I, plus, the main thing is I wait for people who want commissioned pieces because it's a sure deal that you are making something that someone likes. So
Oh,
all the time, I am behind. All the time, I'm always behind because, like I told you, art is a one-man thing. The creative process can never be shared.
yeah.
Some of the things that the clients demand, I have to specifically do them myself. So
Oh,
there is always a problem in managing all the workload alone in those areas. Yes.
oh, okay. Yeah, so I get that. Like, all right. So how do you come up with your pieces? Because the people that I talked to before would say they dream about making a piece, or they see something and say, you know what, I want to recreate this. how do you come up with the pieces?
I come up with pieces 80% of the time. It's a client who comes to me and says, I want you to make this. Can you make this?
Okay.
Especially as a question. They come it as a challenge. Can you do this for me? And then my automatic answer is yes. And I'm still to find one area where someone has come and I said yes, and then I have failed to satisfy them.
Oh, that's good.
Every time they are satisfied with what they want me to make, yes.
So which means you've made a great name for yourself, like a great track where people would like believe in you, knowing that you deliver. Well, that's a very good thing. Fair play to you. So tell me about these pieces, my favorite pieces of your work are the alien pieces that I saw before. I want to know more about those ones. Who bought those things or who ordered those things?
I have got a good friend of mine. His name is called David Wuni. So he's one of the people that saw my potential from an early age, and he was into trading of art, and he dealt with a lot of artists. When he came to me, he realized that I was demanding better challenges, not the common stuff. So he is the one who challenged me to make those aliens for him, for
Okay.
him, just to prove if I can really do it. It was
Okay.
his challenge, and then he put the money for that challenge. Then what happened is that I disappointed him because as soon as those aliens were finished,
Yeah.
one of the local people who collects everything that I make, when they see it, they saw those aliens, just took them away from me. So I still owe my I still owe my friend. So that's what makes it interesting because it was just a once-off challenge, and now I pissed off my friend, and now I made my client so happy.
Oh, that
The
means
client
that
became
means you.
so happy. He was not, but he's a collector of everything that is extraordinary that I make.
That
So
means.
he picked those two heads and
Oh,
he's displaying them outside his home here.
that means you owe him now. You owe him now, right? So, what is the
I owe
best?
my friend, yeah.
wh-
Yes, yes.
What is the best? From your pieces, what would you say is the best piece that you've made to date?
Those aliens, because my friend who shaped me to be who I am demanded a lot of extraordinary input. When you show him a product,
Yeah.
he would say, no, this is not it. I know you are better than this. So on those aliens, I tried to shut him off.
Uh,
I didn't want to give him any complaint.
Fair play to
Anyway,
you.
yes, and then that's what makes the aliens. I am still to redo others as well, but for now, they stay like that.
Oh, that's good. So, this David, is he from South Africa or from somewhere else?
He is our brother from Zimbabwe, but he's based here in South Africa.
Okay. So he's the one who collects more of your art and sells it elsewhere, or what does he do exactly?
He is an artist himself. I must also point it out. He's an artist himself, but you know, he wants the highest level of art, like what I do myself. So we connect there because what we are trying to bring, especially to metal art, is not the common things that you encounter every day. We
Yeah.
want to bring another dimension that is unique. That when you see a piece, you know that definitely someone who would do this is either this guy or this guy or this guy. It's only a few who can do art the way the vision we had. So we share a common vision, but like now he's no longer into active art. He's into something else as well. So
All right.
I
I,
am the one who is now more visible. Yes, yeah.
all right. I do get that. So from your exports, how many countries have you exported your art to? All right, like at the moment.
Mainly now, 90% of my work goes to Australia
Australia.
because I have got, yes, I have got two clients there. We have been with me for quite a while now. Those ones, they are very good when I work with them. They just give me a list of what to do,
Yeah.
and then they collect their art when I'm done.
Oh, okay. So,
So that's my main market now currently. That's why you see mostly kangaroos, you see Australian species of animals.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yes, because that is for there. But I have sold elephants to Oman. They have bought a lot of my stuff there in Oman. I supplied some very big kudus. If you go to my pictures, you will see the very big,
Yeah.
extra large kudus.
Yeah. I
They
did.
went to Oman.
Yeah. I saw
Yes, and
quite a lot.
those two elephants, those two big elephants,
Yeah.
they went to Oman as well. And for very big, extra large giraffes,
Yeah.
it's a safari park there in Oman. And then the other countries, they take few goods and few stuff, but I can say Australia now
Oh, all right.
is
So,
the main buyer of my creations. Yes,
all right. So besides Australia
and I
and
thank them for
Oman,
that. Yeah.
good stuff. So besides Australia and Oman, which other, say maybe 3, 4, 5 countries have bought from you?
France, Germany,
Germany.
and yes, France, Germany, and Brazil. I think everywhere. I only the African countries mainly. The major players, they have already. I have people who have bought some art to me.
Oh, fair play
Like
to you.
I said after evaluating which one was the bigger market for my creations, I
Yeah.
have realized that Australia is the
Is the
more
bigger one.
consistent one.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Fair play to you on that. So I want to know, how do you sell your pieces? Do you have like a go between, or do you sell directly to your customers?
Like I tell you that I've got a long history of working with one player
Yeah.
from Australia who discovered me from the street and gave me an opportunity.
Yeah.
He gave me challenges that if you can convince our Australians that you can be able to make what they like, you will be in business. So I
Okay.
took the challenge very seriously. And up to now, I don't want to fail myself because that is the basic source of my main income. I know
Okay.
that I'm guaranteed that if I make this for the Australians, they will definitely take it.
Oh, good stuff. So do you are you gonna stay in South Africa, or you're gonna want to relocate at some point? Maybe, say for example, to Australia, where you know that your art is popular there, and
I would jump. I would jump at the opportunity of going to stable economies. Nothing bad about Africa or what, but I feel like there are other shortcomings that are caused because of my location
that's very true.
where I am.
For example,
Yes,
electricity,
yes.
it goes sometime, maybe
Yes,
I'm making
even now when
something.
I'm speaking to you now, we don't have electricity now, right now. I
Yeah.
had to charge these phones with my car
Oh
to
man.
be able to be on this interview. So
Oh,
that is very bad because this is the third day now. I am not able to produce anything with electricity. I'm just doing the other stages of creating art, which is slowly sinking me down.
yeah. That.
So if I am given an opportunity, or if an opportunity arises, definitely I am so eager to relocate and prove myself to better markets that I can come from Africa and do art and then sell it at compatible, at very favorable prices again. Because, it's different the way
Yeah.
we do things here and the way we do in other economies.
Yeah, good stuff right there. I think as it stands with the work that you do, I don't say you're staying in Africa for too long. Someone is gonna take you, or an opportunity is gonna arise one way or the other, because the work that you do, I'm telling you, I've never seen anyone doing that kind of thing. So tell me about your big break. When did you like get this big break that now I'm gonna go into this because I'm gonna earn money, and somebody probably bought something to you, and you just said, no, let me put everything else aside and just focus on the metal sculpt. When did that actually happen?
As soon as I completed the ordinary school level, secondary school level, I felt in myself that I wasn't prepared to work anywhere. But I was oozing with creativity, that I was so confident in my own abilities, even though I didn't know. So when I discovered that I could, the first day, let me tell you one thing. The first thing I did when I came to South Africa, I made a big 5 heads
Yeah.
of animals, which I sold in less than 10 minutes
Really?
when I took them out. So
Wow.
that was very big because that time it was around 2006. And then I came in South Africa, and then the money that I got that time, in that short space of time,
Yeah.
inspired me that no, I've got something greater that I should pursue, because it changed everything.
So the first batch you did it while you were still in Zimbabwe, and that pushed you to go to South Africa, or you did it?
No, 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 no. I came to South Africa without even knowing how to hold a welding machine.
All right. So then your first
So
batch.
when I came here, I went to the scrapyard to buy some scrap steel. That's what I used to create the first big 5, because I made an analysis and said, what can sell
Yeah.
that I can make? And then I said, I remember the stone sculptors were having big 5 heads back home. And then I made them separate in metal.
Oh yeah.
And then the way they came out, even myself, I was surprised, because it was the first time I would try that, and no one was teaching me. I taught myself everything from cutting, preparing, shaping, and then the way it came out, it was so amazing that the moment I put it beside the road,
Yeah.
the first few cars, one of them bought it there and there.
Wow. Fair play to you, man. So like
So that is what I needed only. I needed only that, and I have never stopped until now.
So that's even up to this day. If I see some of your pictures, you still put some of your pieces outside your gate. Like, how is the area that you live in, or the place that you live in, is more cars, or is more, people who, like, I'd say, who are more likely to buy your stuff? Because I always see them outside of your gate.
No, 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 not yet. Where we stay, they are not even art people.
Really?
They are just a community that embraced me. Because when I came, remember creating metal art,
Yeah.
you will be using hammers, grinders sometimes. So I had to ask for favorable conditions from the neighbors.
True
And they
story.
said, no, you work, you are amazing. You're an amazing person. We give you space, work. We will help you whenever you want someone to help you and something. We will help you. Those are all the people that I stay with. And usually the art that I post from where I stay is art that I'll be keeping for clients. So
Oh,
I just post because my followers want to know what I'm making and what I am doing. Yes.
yeah, and I'm one
So
of those
I will be
followers.
waiting for collection for people to collect their art.
Oh, good stuff. Right. So, how big is your current stock? Like, what do you have in stock right now?
Right now, I have got quite a lot. I've got quite a lot. I have about 200 mixed meerkats. If
No
you know the small
ways.
animals, they call meerkats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I have got them. I have about 10 large kangaroos now. I am busy with koalas. This week, only the electricity is what I am advanced with a lot of koalas, and these ones are I use a different technique from the standard ones, because koalas have got a lot of fur, and then I have to create my own effect on
Okay.
the fur using round bars. It's very nice. You can see previously I sent samples to Australia of those, and they were hits. So now this is the first time I'm going to reproduce them on a large scale. After samples of about 15 were very, very successful there. So I'm following up on that success.
All right.
That's what I do. When I target a market, I try to create something that they will like. And because it's authentic, it's my original thing, I know how to reserve templates for future duplication of the same product.
Uh,
So that's what I do. And if it's successful, I'll put a timeline that, oh, by this time I should be working on this. Yes.
so the stock that you have, when do you expect to ship that out?
Anytime I wait for instructions from the owners that now we want our things, we've got a container already for this day and this day. Just make sure that our things are complete by that time.
Oh, all right. So it's easier on your side because it's them who come to get the pieces. You don't have the hassle of sending the pieces to
Yes,
them, right?
yes.
That's good stuff, right?
Yes, 100%.
I've seen your name in some papers. I was just doing some digging a few days ago, and I've seen that you've been in a couple of papers right there in South Africa. How did that help you, push your art, familiarize yourself with the people in the arts industry? How to what extent did that help you push your name?
In Africa, art administration is almost non-existent. It's a man for himself. So even if I hear that there is an art seminar going on around town, I'm not excited.
There's no point going.
Yes, I rather focus on my own business that will be paying me. It's something that Africa has to. I'm saying Africa, I'm not targeting a particular state or a country.
Yeah.
I'm saying Africa, regardless of all the hard work and efforts that artists put,
Yeah.
they still need external support, like from the corporates and from the financial sector and from all stakeholders. But no matter how hard we try to apply or get help or attend seminars or what,
Yeah.
on the ground, things are always hard for artists. So
Yeah.
most of the artists like myself, we resort to focusing on your own because you are working on your own and then you are facing all the hardships on your own. Usually corporates, they just come to someone who has already passed all the difficult stages
True
and
story.
they are already shining on their self, they on their own. And then that's when the corporates and other people come in. It's very sad. I hope that things like those can be solved. You know, something like someone like myself, I
Yeah.
am very visible.
It's
I am
true.
very visible. No one can say that they don't see the effort that I put. I have got a track record. You can go back to 2006 when I started. I've got a good track record. But even though I have attended a lot of art seminars, nothing has been forthcoming that I can say is worth noting
Yeah.
from other players. So that's the sad story.
It's
Even if we see that, we see posters of art, there is an art expo, it's not benefiting the artist
true story.
mostly.
Yeah.
So that is sad.
All right. I get you on that. And I really hope maybe, the authorities can do something about it because not only you, even in music, since you're a musician, you also know how, they treat musicians on that one. It's a really, really big issue that I really hope, they're going to do something. So let's talk about how do you charge your pieces, right? For example, I just want to know, even if you don't want to give me the actual price, but just tell me what piece did you sell like the most? How much did you made from one piece?
It was around 90,000 of our South African rand
Jesus Christ,
for an
that's
elephant. Yes.
that's quite a lot. That's quite a
Yeah.
lot. I can safely say now I'm proud of you, my brother, because this is something. The way you do, those things. The things that I see people who do welding, suffer from. I really would say you deserve all that. So let's talk about for those who would want to buy your pieces. How do they contact you and how like do you make your stuff reach them if they want, for example, say someone is in Africa and they want your stuff and they want you to ship it to them, send it to them. How would you do that for them?
If they are covering their own shipping costs,
Yeah.
there is no problem with that. What I do is that, you know, as every business,
Yeah.
there are other people who buy for resale. Then there are commission clients who specifically want something to be specifically done. So it depends. If somebody is coming as an art trader,
Yeah.
I am also open to working with other art traders. I will tell them, you see, this bed,
Yeah.
my standard selling price is 100 rand. But if I'm giving you, I will give you for this percentage, then you can sell it still for that 100 rand and get profit. Which means the same thing that I might be selling for 100 rand, I can give it for someone for 65 rand, and they can take the same product, which is a unique product that I believe that no one will be having.
So
And then they will do that. So that we will be creating an industry. It's me, an artist, and then somebody is coming as a retailer of art.
yeah, that
I am
makes
open
sense.
to deals, yes.
That makes sense. So how do they contact you? Like your phone numbers, email addresses, and stuff like that.
Yes, my email address I can give you now,
Yeah.
and my phone number as well.
Yeah.
Everything works here. You can contact me. My email address is Tafi,
Yeah.
TAFIARTS
Yeah.
tafiarts@gmail.com.
Yeah. And the phone number.
My phone number is +2779 711 7867 +2779 711 7867.
All right. Thanks very much. To all those who are listening, if you're just joining us, these are the details that you might require if you want to buy art from Tafie Aarts. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Bee Hive. His name is Tafie Aarts, or Tafie Richard Takavadini. He's a metal sculptor and a reggae musician as well, based in South Africa. So, Tafie, it's your birthday in a few days. Happy birthday in advance, man. Yeah. So let's talk about your music side. We need to touch that as well. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. All right, let's just touch on that. You call your group the Rastas, and you call yourself the Rooster. Let's talk about that name, the Rooster.
Actually, that was just a name for the post. But my group is called Intersection.
Intersection.
Yes.
Oh,
So if you search for Tafie Nika and Intersection,
right.
that is the name of me with a band.
All right.
Yes.
So.
When I am singing reggae alone, I am only Tafie Nika.
All right.
Yes.
So the Rooster.
Yes.
The Rooster. Where did that come from?
Rooster is a male chicken.
I,
so so in that post that you saw, it was we were celebrating completing a rooster. So the rooster was like
oh.
the band leader. Yes. The
Okay.
rooster was like the band leader. And then we, as the musicians, we were playing, backing it up. But because you can't be hearing the rooster, we
Yeah.
will be hearing what the rooster will be singing in our heads.
Now
But people don't hear it. Yeah. So it was just like a joke post when we
well,
were celebrating.
well,
Yeah.
I think the Rooster will be a good name though for you. I think it will be a good name for
Yes,
you
it would
if.
be. It would be. It would be. Everything that we touch is always creativity. I always say to people that if you are a creative person, everything that you do or touch is always a touch of creativity.
Yeah,
So
that's very
yeah,
true, man. So you do reggae music and chimurenga music. Is that correct? Yeah.
correct, 100%.
So let's talk about the reggae music first. I've heard songs that I've listened to, recently, and there is a song called Daragumbo. Tell me about that song.
Mdaragumbo, I grew up in Mondoro, Nyamweda area
No
in
ways.
Zimbabwe.
I know that place.
Yes. So when we were growing up, we used to be subsistence farmers. All the parents in the rural areas, they would grow and their crops, and then they would harvest them. Then there was a depot where they would sell their produce.
Yeah.
It was near Norton area. It was called
Okay.
Palma Farm
Yeah.
or Palma. They called it Palma in the local language. So people would have their crops loaded in tractors taken to Palma. So as a young boy around 7, 8, I would notice every annually this thing happening. And then we used to have the more prominent farmers now. They used to have more produce to sell there.
Yeah.
But then other people would talk that, no, that person is using black magic, is using voodoo. How can he have all that produce when we are struggling? But after, upon my observations, I realized that those who were complaining were just lazy people.
Yeah.
The people that were being accused were hard workers. I would see what they would have done. So to address that situation, I created a character in my head
Called him Daragumbo now.
that I called Mudara Gumbo, who didn't exist, yes. So, who didn't exist, but I wanted to address the issue of hard work, that you can achieve greatness through hard working. Actually, I wanted to create my own inspirational composition for
I,
myself.
I can.
So I created that fake Mudara Gumbo character and then created those lyrics. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I had a mission because I had young kids now that I had now as a grown up.
Okay. Yeah.
After having my kids, I wanted to create an anthem for them that they should be listening to.
Yeah.
So I
And
wanted
learn from
something
it.
like a kindergarten song,
Yeah.
something that would be easy to the children to familiarize.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So by playing with those two things, that I want something that the children would familiarize with, and then I want something to make sense. I visited that upbringing of mine when I would see the people accusing all those who had high yields of using witchcraft.
yeah.
That is the basis of that song. So I'm saying, no, this Mudara Kumbo works hard. He does things the right way through hard work. He never uses all the things that you are accusing of.
I can tell you when it comes to songwriting, from what you just told me now, I used to do music as well, and I know how difficult it is to come up with something like this. And I give you props for that, because the way I listened to the song, what I heard and what I was thinking, and what you just told me now, I'm just realizing I was far away from exactly what was going on. This is a very good song, I can tell you.
So the Palmer part
Yeah,
is that I want because I'm not a known musician that much.
yeah,
I wanted the locals to identify that truly this is my song. So I put places all the time in my songs.
yeah.
I put local places that people easily identify. So the people
Mm,
were like, you singing about Palmer?
yeah,
Oh, you remember when we were taking our things? So something like that. I knew that the audience would start growing from the
from
local vicinity
yeah.
outwards. Yes, yes.
Well,
And I have actually achieved that because the people who know the places, they are quite happy and satisfied that I am acknowledging my upbringing. Yes.
It's always a good thing, if an artist sings about, the place that you are in. I mean, that's what creates, you see, that connection between, fans and musicians. I've seen that with a lot of, big names like the likes of Wingy D when they sing Ghetto Rango and stuff like that. And then the people from that place that has been mentioned will go mad, just laughing the mention of, they are ghetto. And now on Zine Johnny, tell me something on that track. How did you come up with that?
Zina Johnny, when I was growing up, I told you that I used to draw Jamaican icons of reggae
Yeah,
on pieces of paper and giving people to put on their back covers
yeah,
for school books.
yeah. You told me.
What happened is that one of the drawings that I really enjoyed, the characters was Bob Marley. Bob Marley. But because I was at school, it was taboo to include his ganja.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he would be holding like a big bat,
All the
and
time.
then yes, yes. So for me to draw it, it became a stumbling block. That would this be acceptable? That I am drawing this as it is, and then I'm including that ganja cigarette where that he is holding. So it became something of I don't know what to explain to it, but it was like it wasn't a stumbling block,
Mhm.
but I wanted to go deeper. Why would Bob Marley advertise something that is banned or what? I
Yeah.
tried to see. So is it true that such a great musician would he use this? Would he do this? So in order to play safe, I was not going to sing directly about that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I
Now I
had
get
to
you.
find a way to twist that plot, yes.
And
So I had to create yes, a character that doesn't exist as well. You see.
you did
So John,
you did that very well on.
because I was caught, yeah, because I was an artist here in South Africa,
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to address the plight of Zimbabweans who were here in South Africa. So I would meet some of them. Some of them would smoke
Mhm.
just to forget about uh, their problems at
Yeah.
home, and they would be unemployed. And then that stuck in my head.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I realized that these people are not able to go back home. They don't have money, they don't have the resources. So I just had that vision that maybe some of them are smoking to drown their sorrows away. So I had to create a song that would target that.
Or
That is specifically that.
oh, fair play to you.
So
So
it's like a song that is disguised. It's just a weird song. Everyone who knows languaging will know that this is a weird song.
it's a ganja song.
Yes, yes, yes. But I have to play clever. I don't have to influence people to be doing bad things if it's bad or good things if it's like that. People have to be responsible all the time. So I have to be careful when I'm putting out messages. I can't be singing, praising things and then get backlash. So
That
as an artist, there is always a creative space that you can use.
That's very true on that one. To be honest, like those are the two songs that I listened to countless times. Trying to connect the dots to see exactly what's going on, and I picked them and I said, I'm gonna ask you about this. So let's look at your music. You've kind of taken a backseat on music. How many albums have you had, and or rather, how many singles have you had? Since you started doing music.
The last album that I did, it was actually my first attempt at an album. It was called Nadzo Nadzo.
Yeah.
It was being played like last year in stations at home, but because I am not connected with the home audience at home, and where I stay, there are no locals who understand my language. I'm caught up in between. And for me to focus full on music and do music alone without the source of metal art funds, it's also a challenge as well.
Yeah.
So it was well received according to myself. But I still have to follow up. I don't do this music as competition or as a main source of income, but it's an extension of my creativity.
Oh, great stuff.
No, there is a way to make money out of that. That's what I'm working on. And what I like about my compositions in music is I'm not influenced by what happens to the local music scene or international music scene. I write and compose what I feel should be given to people at any given time. I don't follow a pattern. I just create a song that I feel that this is mature enough. It represents me, my true creativity. I'm not inspired by anyone. I try to give people something that is different from what they are used to.
Oh, fair play to you. So what do we expect on the music side? Are we going to get more music from you?
I am
anytime
busy
soon?
now my reggae Tafi album, but I am going to release an EP. You know, I've got a lot of songs. I can't be doing like what others are doing, having 18 songs, 12 on an album. I want to test the market for my reggae. What reggae Tafi project, it means I am trying to give people the reggae the way I would personally want it to be myself. That's what I'm trying to bring. The reggae Tafi project is what I am busy with now as we speak. Yes. So once it's ready for release, I will definitely engage people. And part of why I have been mixing music and metal art is to prepare people for those things, that if I announce that my album is now out, I expect a big, curious audience on me. Yes.
All right. Fair play to you on the music side, to be honest, because I've never had a problem, interpreting songs or, connecting the dots on a song. But these songs, they just made me like marvel at your songwriting skills. So thank you, Tafie, for joining us. It was a great experience having you on the show. And you